Our fourth problem would be a valid palindrome. It's a very common question, and it's a very basic question actually for anyone who wants to give an interview. By the way, anyone who doesn't know what a palindrome is, a palindrome is when a word is the same even if you flip it. Like if you take madam, all right, let's keep it. If you flip it, it becomes M A D A M, right? It's the same word. Or noon, it's NO, and even if you take it from this side, right? Or level, it's the same from this side, right? So a palindrome is a word. If a word, letter, numbers, if you take 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, it's the same on both sides, even if you flip it. So palindrome is when if a word is flipped, it's the same both sides. So they're also asking if like you have to convert uppercase into lowercase and remove all alphanumeric characters, which is like comma or like column, and it should read the same as forward to backward. So if like a man, a plan, a canal, up and column Panama, is it a palindrome? So if you remove everything, it comes something like this. And if you see if the words are similar, then it should. If you flip it and it's the same word, then it is a palindrome. Similarly, race is a car. It's not a race a car is not a palindrome because like I think somewhere it will miss the words. And empty string is always a palindrome by the way because there are no characters. So how do you think we should solve it? What would be the best way? So um, there is this problem approach called two pointer. For anyone who doesn't know, two pointer is when you have two pointers that will point to different areas, that starts at different areas, and you move those pointers according to a condition. So like here, imagine if you have LE, V, E, and L. You have two pointers. One is called a left pointer, another is called a right pointer, which points to the leftmost letter and rightmost letter. And you move them in this approach, at least you move them when both are the same letter. So like if L and if the letter at left pointer is the same as letter at right pointer, then you move both these things. Then you make left plus plus and right minus minus, which is like decrementing right and incrementing left, which will get us to here, right? And then you again match these two. If they match, then you do the same thing. If they don't match, you quit the condition. So that's generally the approach of a two pointer. If you point to two different places in a array and you move them accordingly. So I'll have a new page here. Yeah. So let's write the code here. It will be something like our class solution, right? Our fun function, which is palindrome, which accepts a string and returns a boolean, right? So the first thing we check is we have to remove. You remember, right? We have to remove all the non-alpha or like we have to make the string have only alphanumeric characters, which is only like a and 1. You shouldn't have any column space quotations or anything like that, or brackets or something. So how do you do that? In Kotlin, at least, we have an easier way. You first do lowercase, and then you this will make, if you have a comma s comma something like I don't know, if you have something like uh, a s b t, it will make asbd, which will actually, yeah, uh, convert everything to lowercase. And then you filter this thing, actually my bad, lowercase, still for, yeah, then you filter this thing with what, with it is letter or digit method. This method actually, it should be in single line, but yeah, you get the point, right? Let me, yeah, you get the point, right? So this method, it being the variable that flows from s, each variable that flows from s, and each letter or digit will actually filter if it's a letter or digit. So finally you get, if you have something, a string like uh, a comma s comma b comma d, you finally get aspd. Obviously you remove all like spaces, quotations, make it lowercase, and yeah, if you have a number too, it will come out as the same. So yeah, and then it now becomes simpler. You first have to declare your two variables. One will become your left pointer, which will start at 0. Other will be a right pointer, which will start at what? If you take your s, then it's the length minus 1, right? It's the last, at the end of the, it's at the end of your string. It will point to the end of the string. So, and then what? While left is less than right. Why this condition, by the way? When you have two pointers approach, let me take this page though. When you have your two pointer approach, if you have L E V E L, if you point two pointers, this will move this side and this will move this side. At some point, these two will collide, right? But like at some point, if after these two collide, this will go this side and this will go this side. It's just like right going on in the opposite direction and left going in the right direction, right? At some point when they cross each other, the condition should exit, right? So that's why we have the is left that less than right condition. And here, if s of left is not equals to s of right, is what we already discussed, right? Then you return false. And you increment your pointer by 1. You my bad. I mean, we should increment and decrement, but like a pointer is called left array plus equals to 1 and right minus equals to 1, right? And we finally close this condition. If this condition completes, then which means it is our valid palindrome. So you actually return what? True. And you close our condition. So that's the palindrome problem. It's a simple problem, it's an easy problem. It should be fine. Yeah, I'll share the code in a second. Yeah, just as a recap to the code, we first have a is palindrome function that initially takes s as a string as the input string and makes it so we have to filter out all the alphanumeric characters. So we have to filter out all the non-alphanumeric characters. Yeah, so you first convert it to lowercase and filter whatever is letter or digit. This will get you all the alphanumeric characters and leave out all the non-alphanumeric characters, which is like, I don't know, comma, empty space, um, quotation marks, brackets, everything like that. And then you declare two pointers. You approach with a two pointer solution. Then you declare two pointers, which is one is left and another is right. And finally, you'll have a whenever you have a 2 point solution, you first write your uh, while loop. Generally it's always left is less than right, because like once right is greater than left, which means that, sorry, once left is greater than right, which means that you both the pointers or have already crossed each other. So you, in this case, you check if left is not equal to right, which means like if you have le um, VOL. LL matches, but E and O don't match. So you return false there, and you increment both left and right pointers, and finally you return true.